wildlife photography. Can it really be a full-time profession in India? Well, it's a bit of a tricky question. Hi guys, I'm Shashank Birla, naturalist and photojournalist, and here in India, this has been a difficult question which I've been trying to answer for the past many years. Finally, a few years ago, I did start to find some answers, but for you guys who are new to the field, I had a conversation with Shivang Mehta, the founder of Nature Wanderers and the ambassador for Canon EOS. And here's the thing guys, this conversation between me and Shivang, I'm hoping will help you guys to kind of figure out a few of the nitty-gritties that are actually involved in wildlife photography here in India. We conducted this interview on Instagram Live. And well, if you listen to this conversation here, if you go through all of those steps that me and Shivang have talked about, I'm sure that if you're wanting to make a career in wildlife photography in India, this conversation is going to be of great value. For your convenience, I've put some of the questions that I put to Shivang here in the description below, so have a look just in case you need to refer back. And if you do enjoy watching that video, just hit that like button and please do subscribe to the channel if you'd like to watch more on India's wildlife and wildlife photography here. So here we go guys, enjoy.
How are you?
Hi Shivang, nice to see you. Hi and good evening everyone. And well, this is a formal welcome here to our session today that we're actually going to discuss, can wildlife photography truly be a full-time profession here in India? And I'm very, very happy that I have someone with me who's actually going to probably have some very, very good, interesting observations on this particular question. Because with me is Shivang Mehta, the founder of Nature Wanderers. This is one of the most eminent wildlife guiding expeditions companies in India. He's a Canon EOS ambassador as well. I'm sure many of you already know Shivang as well and have seen much of his work, and that's why I was actually hoping to actually have a chat with someone, because we needed someone who's actually seen this field for some time here now in India. Shivang, I'm hoping that you can also probably sort out this sort of debatable question on whether you really can actually have wildlife photographers following their full-time profession. You see a lot of people on Instagram as wildlife photographers who are putting their work out there, great work out there, but can it be truly a full-time profession?
I think before we dwell into this question, first let us try to understand the meaning of what we can say a professional wildlife photographer. The definition and meaning of a professional wildlife photographer, in my opinion, has changed quite a bit ever since I started working, and in the past 14-15 years, that definition has changed quite a bit. So, earlier it was just the medium of, earlier we could have just said that whether just through selling images, if you are earning money, you can be qualified as a professional wildlife photographer. Now, that definition has become a bit broader. So now I can say that whether through the medium of, if you are shooting in the wild, if you are creating images in the wild, whether those through the medium of those images, are you able to monetize those images and are you able to earn through those images?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, if I break it down, what are the various ways to monetize your images? So, if we come down and just break it down to various levels. So there are various ways to do that in today's age. One can be a photojournalist. So photojournalism is one way. We have various photojournalists, and globally and even in India, there are various wildlife photojournalists, and they are doing some tremendous job. People like me and people in my genre of wildlife photography, we qualify as, in India we used a very sophisticated term called mentors, but globally, I call myself a photography guide. That's a global international term. I'm a photo guide. So essentially, we are in the business of phototourism. So that is one way. I mean, I do my wildlife photography because through that, I'm basically in the business of training. I teach people, I take people with me to wildlife destinations, and through that, I help people to create wildlife images. So, so
do you think this actually falls under wildlife photography as well, if you have to consider it? So when people are actually, like you talked about, that you provide guidance out in the wild when somebody's actually going there you actually are going to learn photography, and you are providing guidance for it. But technically speaking, if we have to talk about this difference, you raised a very good point about how the definition has evolved of what a wildlife photographer is. But if we could say, look at the old or the outdated, or not the outdated, but rather the traditional definition of it, of a wildlife photographer going out there, getting images, and he's selling those images. Just tell me, what are your opinions that in today's world of, how you actually monetize those images, can a photographer go out there, shoot images, it could be during various things, but primarily those images are his main source of livelihood? Is that something which is possible today or practical today? What are your opinions on it?
See, at one point of time, we used to earn money through selling our images. I mean, there were ways to do that. Even in today's time, even now, I earn money through selling my images through various mediums. Even I contribute a lot in stock sites. I contribute. I sell some photo stories, but stock site as a medium to earn money, to a medium, especially in the wildlife genre. The volume of images, and especially wildlife images, being sold on stock sites, that volume has gone down in the last few years.
Why do you think so? Why do you think so? In terms of, are you saying it's more easily accessible? Those sorts of images are more easily accessible?
I guess the demand for wildlife images has gone down. Because I also know I have photographer friends who contribute in stocks, and they shoot other genres of wildlife photography, other genres of photography as well. I mean, they shoot culture, they shoot everything under the sun, and they are still able to earn through stocks. So, I mean, stocks is a different ball game altogether. Some stock I am still able to earn some fair bit of money from stocks just because of the volume of content which I have and which I'm able to create. Your mind has to work in a very different way when you're shooting from a stock point of view. For me, if I'm going for a tiger safari, for example, so even a tiger crossing a road with 5 vehicles in the backdrop, that's a very relevant image,
Sure.
Because I know that's a good stock image. So
perhaps showing the side of tourism, etc., as well, right, in India.
Yeah.
So probably relevant as well.
You need to think from the mind of a picture editor. That even a simple image of the entrance of a park gate, that can be a relevant image. So,
but Shiva, do you think that for somebody who's coming today in India, you've obviously had a lot of experience, and like you mentioned, you've built a huge volume of work that is actually out there right now. But if somebody actually has to come into the field today in India, and they have to start their collection, they have to start with their portfolio right now.
Yeah.
It may not. Would you say that it may not be that easy to actually get into that sort of?
It takes time. I mean, with stocks, it takes time, and it takes a lot of time, and you just need to create this huge volume of content. It's like you just keep on dumping content out there. I mean, till the time, and after a point of time, even I started losing my patience with stocks. I mean, I am not very regular nowadays. Until unless I've done some work on some particular species which I feel would not be there on a particular stock site. For instance, I did some work on clouded leopards, for example, white clouded leopards. So that I know that this is something which is nice and sellable. So that is something which I'll go to some stock site or.
It requires research. You think that there are still opportunities, but limited ones, but they really require research to see.
Yeah, but I won't apply mind going to stock sites and submit tiger image in today's time.
Right.
Because
Right.
there's so much of tiger content available already.
Absolutely.
Out there. And so the scenario has changed quite a bit. So so coming back to the point, still there, and I won't deny that. I mean, those are good mediums to start, and for a hobbyist photographer who is starting, it's always good to contribute to some of these stock sites, and it's always good that if something gets sold out there and suddenly you come to know about it, and in your account there are a few $100s which come to your account. Talking of stocks, I would definitely like to mention that videos in today's time, that's a big thing, and photographers should actually start graduating from stills to videos, and a lot of stock sites are definitely looking for video content as well. So that is something which people can definitely look at doing.
You talked about two more aspects, Shivang. One you talked about was photojournalism or photo stories, and the second aspect that you talked about was also creative photography. So, of course, what you also do, what you've also been kind of looking at in say the last few years, you've been looking at the creative aspects of nature photography as well. So perhaps what are the avenues on both fronts, basically, on photo stories for photojournalism and for nature photography, for example, perhaps avenues like awards or other avenues that you might suggest. What about those?
Well, awards, it's like competitions and awards. It's like going to a casino. You buy a lottery ticket and then you just hope of winning something. So, some of these international awards, and even in India, some of the awards which are there, there's some heavy prize money, and some of the competitions are quite enticing. But there's no kind of a mantra behind it. How to win it's not like a sporting competition, right? That you work hard for it, and it's not like a cricket World Cup. That you put a lot of strategy behind it, and so there's a lot of luck element behind it. There are a lot of factors which go behind it, and those factors are not in your control. So there are a lot of people who would come up with this question that, how do I perform well in a photography competition? And there's no answer to it. Right. Actually, there's no answer to it. You buy that lottery ticket and just submit your images and just forget about it.
What about fine art?
Pardon?
What about fine art, Shivang, in terms of selling those pictures as frames, for example? Again, the only reason I'm looking at this is because we're talking about creative nature photography, perhaps not as relevant in the stock aspect of it. So I'm trying to see if there are other ways that creative nature frames can be monetized. What about
definitely? That is one thing which is doable, and especially. That is one aspect of nature photography which can be monetized, especially if you can collaborate with some good architects, if you can collaborate with people like architects and all who would be in need of images, and there are ways to monetize it, where you can sell your work of art, you can sell your prints. You can work with some art galleries overseas. You can work with agents outside. There are ways to monetize those kind of images as well. So, you can do that kind of work in India as well as in other countries.
And what about photojournalism that we were discussing earlier? Photo stories. What do you think of that aspect?
Well, for that, I think India is a great country to come out with those kind of stories, because there are so many stories out here in India. It's just that one needs to have that knack of capturing, a knack of understanding those kind of stories, and being in those in the boundary of ethics, because it's very easy to go beyond those boundaries in order to work on those kind of stories. But we have some over the past few years, we have had some wonderful photojournalism stories which have come up from India, and I think for Indian wildlife photographers and or Indian upcoming Indian wildlife photographers, because they are born in this country, they have this wonderful opportunity to keep on looking for some great stories around interactions between man and animal, and the world is looking for these kind of stories around India. So why can't photographers of this country do that?
Absolutely. And coming to then a field where both of us are a little familiar with it, what about, how do you think now, because you obviously discussed this example, you talked about photography guidance, wildlife photography guidance, wildlife, if you're talking about wildlife photography as a career today, would you say that wildlife tourism perhaps is the most, say, as an from an industry perspective, perhaps the most commercially viable, or the one which has an easiest entry? Would you say something like that? Wildlife photography and wildlife tourism?
Well, I think a lot of people think that a lot of people, I would say, they have made it seem that this has been the easiest transition. So if they want to, if they are keen about wildlife photography, this is the most easiest transition. But as I mentioned earlier, the field of work, the most it's basically, we are into photography guiding, and what people need to understand is that there's this big transition from being a photographer to being a photography guide. And Indian wildlife photographers who are getting into wildlife photo tourism, they need to bridge this gap between being a photographer to being a photography guide. So that is the most important gap, because this is actually, these are two very different things, being a photographer and being a guide.
Right.
Because when you are a photographer yourself, you are thinking about your own photography. You are thinking about your own images. But when you are a photo guide, there's one person sitting behind you, or there are 2 or 3 people sitting behind you, or there are 1 or 2 people standing next to you, depending on the destination you are in. And you need to think from their perspective. You need to either, come down to their level of expertise, or you need to just elevate your level to their level of expertise. I mean, you need to have the ability to switch gears.
Right.
And
it's not about you anymore, right? I mean, that's the thing that you have to think. It's not about you anymore.
Right. And then your camera needs to start firing once you feel that they are comfortable, once you are sure about that.
Right.
So,
and also, Shivam, also just to expand on that, we've had this discussion at one of the festivals earlier, at Nature in Focus as well, where the sort of evolution that has to happen for a person to go from, say, a wildlife photography perspective to wildlife photography guidance. Obviously, there's a process involved on it, right? It's not that it just happens instantaneously. So, for somebody who is starting out today, if they have to look at the aspects of where they could, start, or what's the starting point that they should look at in terms of getting there? Obviously, they can't start straight away from a wildlife photography guide. They have to first be wildlife photographers themselves. They first have to be good naturalists themselves. So what should they be then focusing on from a starting position, if you want to actually have in the evolved definition of what wildlife photography is today, what should be their starting point? How should they be building that path, or what should be their focus areas?
Of course, you need to first be confident about your own skills. Your own skills as a naturalist, as a wildlife person. I certainly believe that you need to be a strong wildlife guy first. Photography always has to be a byproduct of wildlife.
Yeah, absolutely.
So wildlife photography, these are two different terms which come together to make this one term called wildlife photographer. But these are actually two different terms, wildlife and photography. So you need to be a strong wildlife guy.
Yeah. I actually had a related question. I thought I'll ask this right now because I thought it was relevant and quite similar to what you're talking about. Gaurav Mohile had asked that is it more of passion or interest in photography or wildlife? To be honest, I've actually thought about this often, that you have possibly some people out there, wildlife photographers out there right now, that their first interest or their first passion is perhaps for wildlife. And then you also have people who are more acclimated to photography as a medium, or are more, attracted towards it, and then gradually build an appreciation for nature. So you think it's actually a continuum where, there can be more passion in one thing or more interest in one thing, but ultimately you need both to an extent. Is that what you would say?
I would say it's always a passion about wildlife and the passion of, for me, it has always been a passion about wildlife, being out there in nature, the love for outdoors. You leave me in the field without a camera, I'll be happy, just being there in the field. So,
so you need a passion for wildlife. You need a passion for wildlife.
I don't need a camera with me in the field to be happy. Just being there in the field is enough for me. So I always believe that for me, photography has always been a byproduct of wildlife. So for people getting into this field of wildlife phototourism, and in case people want to be a good wildlife photo guide, this is a very important ingredient, because
both
that in case there's an important sequence happening in front of you, then it gives you the heart not to pick up your camera, because you're happy seeing that when your guest is shooting, right? So, and that's a very
Shashank, you had also talked about this aspect that we had discussed this during the festival as well, that wildlife photography is more than maybe going on a safari vehicle, right? Or going in a tiger reserve, going on a safari vehicle. And obviously, to get to a level in wildlife photography or even in wildlife tourism, so to speak, you first actually need to do the hard work for it, actually do the groundwork for it. Is that something that you're seeing a lot of people when you actually interact with them, that maybe there is a bit of, alienation at the fact of what is actually required on field to get to that level?
Well, a lot of people, I think a lot of people who, I feel that a lot of people who want to come and work with companies like us and who would like to, say, intern with us, or would like as assistants or whatever you may call it, the dream job or the aspiration is that I have a feeling that, and I've seen that the aspiration is that for them, wildlife photography or being there on the field just means sitting in a gypsy, shooting tigers. That's the field job. That's what they think about. And but according to me, that's not. Wildlife photography or being in this field of wildlife is absolutely not about that. You should not shy away from being in the field. And there are lots of hardships involved in being in the field. I stay away from my family for nearly 300 days in a year.
Absolutely.
I stay in locations where I cannot call them up for months at a stretch. I mean, there are a lot of hardships which and here there are young people who start complaining within 10 days. Right. And the thing is that when do we get to go for a tiger safari? I mean, this is not the end of the world, the tiger safari.
Right.
So, so I feel that's like people are always looking for. They are very. People are looking for a very comfortable zone. Staying in nice posh lodges, going for tiger safaris, and that's the comfort zone. So, if that is the kind of dream and aspiration for people, and people who want to develop a career in wildlife, so I'm sorry to say that that's not a career in wildlife. I mean, they don't have a career in wildlife. You need to be mentally prepared that this is a very tough job, and you need to be mentally tough. And yes, for a young person, you need to be physically tough to make a good career in wildlife.
So where should they start, Shivang? Where should they start? So, for example, we had discussed even then that of many of the opportunities that are there for people today, they can maybe go to one of the as a naturalist to then actually have knowledge and appreciation of natural history, so they understand animal behavior first up. Then apart from that, of course, there are a multitude of companies and avenues, even online, where people can learn even the basics of photography. What's the thing where they should get started besides some of these aspects? What else would
as you mentioned, I mean, that's a great thing, that's a great opportunity which is there in today's time, and that was not something when I started working. In fact, if that thing was there that time, I would have loved to start in that particular fashion. But there are so many good lodges which are offering proper naturalist training programs in today's time, and for a young person who wants to develop a career, that's a great starting point. You get some professional training where one can train themselves as a proper naturalist. That gives some great field exposure. You are able to earn well, and fortunately, a young person is staying in such locations that they're not spending that money anyway, because your accommodation, everything is paid for, and of course you have a flair for photography, so you get to shoot a lot of things inside the national park and even outside the national park. So you have both kinds of experiences. So that's a great starting point, according to me. So I definitely feel that a lot of people who are starting in today's time, they can definitely go in for these kind of things. People who want to be more adventurous, they can probably apply for some kind of guiding courses. And as you mentioned, yeah, there are some kind of guiding courses which are happening in Kenya and South Africa, so they can probably go in for that. Some of them are pretty good. They're professional guiding courses, and they are really good. And they can train themselves in some of the lodges out there. The level of training and the kind of field exposure you get, it's quite good out there. So yeah.
What are the financial hardships they should be prepared for, Shivang? Besides all of this, we've discussed about the avenues, right, of what wildlife photography is. But let's get down to the brass tacks of it, where how prepared you have. What sort of actual financial stress and what sort of financial challenges are you going to face when you're following this as a career, full time?
Well, so basically one needs to be mentally prepared that you will never be able to earn that much salary what your parents would be dreaming of, what you may be earning in a proper corporate job. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of work satisfaction. So, but probably, if you are putting in a lot of hard work in the field, and the more experience you are gaining slowly over the years, even that aspect would be taken care of. Because as you are maturing, as you're maturing with experience, the more hard work you're putting in the field, slowly, the doors are just opening in front of you.
Absolutely.
And,
so yes, Dinesh, to start off,
things will be slow in the beginning, but I think in the long run, something or the other just materializes for people. So it's just a matter of patience. So I've just seen that people who I started working with, they are still surviving and they are doing really well in whatever they are doing, and it's just because they've all been patient.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the pro tip from Shashank today, guys. Be patient in building building your career in wildlife photography. I couldn't agree more because I've also felt many of the same things that Shashank has expressed. Shashank has, of course, been in the field a lot longer than I have. But the thing is, I also agree to his view that if you actually are disciplined about it, if you keep building your skill set, if you keep building your knowledge, and you keep a disciplined aspect to it, that you keep building on that skill set and you're patient, there will be some opportunities besides the conventional ones we talked about that will open up. So probably what we can say, I don't know if Shashank, you can probably agree or disagree with what the summary would be today, but I think the traditional form of wildlife photography, or what it used to be, may not be as relevant as it is today in terms of following a full-time career. But with the evolving avenues, with the advent of social media, with the advent of the digital age, with cameras becoming more accessible, with travel becoming more accessible, there is a way that full-time wildlife photography can be followed through as a profession, but one has to be diligent about their research, one has to be patient, and then one has to keep building on their skill set. I don't know, is that what your takeaway would be, Shashank?
I think, there's no shortcut. I mean, just a few days back, someone had just messaged me, how can I grow my following on Instagram? Yeah. So what does one reply to that kind of a message? So there's no and why do you need to grow your following on Instagram, first of all?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
All I need to say is that the entire debate should. There's no shortcut to anything. All one needs to do is just put in a lot of practice in what you do. If you believe that you have the skill and you have the talent in the field of wildlife, for example, just put in a lot of practice in the field. There's no other.
There is no shortcut. So guys, please frame that statement, be patient, and there are no shortcuts in wildlife photography. So thanks, Shashank, so much for spending this time with us. I know I've asked you a lot of tricky questions, which don't necessarily have straight answers, but I'm very, very glad that you shared your experience with us today, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are looking for this sort of, experience actually being provided to them. Maybe at least some way they can get started and, hopefully can find their way into this ever-growing field of wildlife photography. So thanks, Shashank, for joining us.
This was one of the tougher interviews.
Okay. Hope to keep the same level of toughness for some of my other Instagram live sessions as well. But I'm really glad you enjoyed it as well, Shashank. Thanks so much for joining the session.
Thanks, Shashank. Have a good night.
All right. Cheers, guys. And I will hope to catch you guys soon as well with another live session as well. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.